Good evening, everybody. Just setting everything up as normal. Hope everybody's well. Looking for my hammer. It's up here. Good start. So my plan this evening to get some of this lettering done. So I'd like to start by moving along this lettering at the top. I think it's as good a place as any. I'm going to do some of this over here, but I can't do too much because obviously I'll be bumping into the camera. So I thought we'll do a bit of lettering first. Hopefully we'll get a few people joining tonight, a few people in the chat. Hope everyone's had a nice week. Whatever you've been up to, maybe a bit of masonry. We've done quite well with subscribers this week on our road to 10,000. We're nearly up to 9,000, which is amazing. When we're on that countdown from 9,000, you know, when them three figures, that'll be exciting. We'll be well on our way. Yeah, we definitely will be. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a few people joining tonight in the live. Get a few thumbs up, a few new subscribers. People would like to have a chat. Let us know what they've been up to. Maybe a few channel members in. It'd be nice to see Connor and Tornado Chaser and Bri and Ryan, Adam. It'd be really nice to see. It'd be really nice if we could see Graham in the chat, and also Suffolk Live. Not seen Suffolk Live for a while. We have 16 channel members in total. It's a steady growth on the channel members. We don't get loads. I left my phone on in the back, my other phone on in the background. It's you can see a bright light behind me. Let's turn it off. Oh, I've not taken my watch off. So this is the No Place for Hate carving. This is a tattoo company who also is a clothing company. So they're inspired by the tattoo industry. And I think you can see that by the design. I'm hoping you can all hear me. I'm hoping the feed's coming through okay. Don't forget, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Keep an eye on these chisels. Feeling a little bit uncomfortable. That's cool. Rowan says hi, and he says that's cool. Thank you, thank you. This is the design inspired by the tattoo industry from the 13 Supply Co. Carving it on this piece of stone for them. I really like the design. It's I'm happy with it. So yeah, carving it into stone. I was just saying a little bit uncomfortable tonight. So it's been a hard day at work. I'm doing a cultural heritage job, so we've been moving lots. I'm restoring some old Roman lead mine works. It's been a lot of physical work today, and I've just rushed my tea down, and now I'm a bit like, oh, because I was starving because of the work, and now I'm a bit like, oh god, slightly uncomfortable. I'll just stand up for a couple of hours and calm on YouTube. How much did you spend to do? How much did you spend to do it? Okay, so how much did I spend to learn how to do this, or how much does it cost the people to buy this from me? This is actually really cool. Yes, I'm not sure if you're asking me how much the stuff, how much the material, the stone, for example, and the chisels and the hammer, or how much you did. So bear with me a second, because I can already feel my hands getting cold. I have this fan on, and my hands getting cold now. The temperature's turned a little bit, so I'm just going to put these gloves on, which I'm wearing a lot of my other videos, but I've not been wearing them for a while because it's been summer and I've been in my workshop. So I thought I'll stick them on tonight, keep my hands warm. I'm going to bring some more home. I'm going to buy some more, some better ones. These are like throwaway ones. So yeah, let's try that. Might look slightly odd on the screen. I'm sure somebody asked what's with the gloves. It's actually really cool. Yeah, so if you want to clarify the question, sorry, or maybe I can just answer both. So if you are wanting to buy a piece of stone like this, cut from a quarry, give yourself £15 for a piece like this. You could possibly get some offcuts. There is videos on the channel about pieces, how you can create your own tablet out of a mortar mix to practice on. So that, yeah, give yourself £15. Hammers, dummy hammer like this, £30. Chisels, like the ones I'm using, you can buy a kit for £100, depending on how many you want in your kit. Individually, the chisels are about £20 each, depending on the quality. But then we also, on the channel, do a review on the cheapest chisels you can find on the internet. Lots and lots have been sold through people watching this channel. So lots of people I know have them or have sent me messages about them. We should have tried to, well, I've tried to get a bit of a contact with the people that sell them to no luck. So, but it's a shame because we must have done wonders for their business. So if you want to have a go at stone carving, I reckon you could get yourself going very cheaply for less than £30. But if you're wanting to buy a carving kit for beginners, I actually work alongside a company called Southern Stone Limited, and I've done a review on one of their products, a couple of their products now, and their chisels, and they do a basic house sign kit where you can carve your own house sign, and it's in Maltese stone. And here is one of them on this stone. So you can carve in this Maltese limestone. You get a full kit, and it's £50 delivered to your door. You get a discount code if you buy it through the channel. You also have the option to do a house number size. Maybe you can carve both sides as a practice if you wanted to. And if you have any questions, if any of you are having a go at carving or taking it up this winter as a bit of a hobby, we'll answer them all on this channel for free. We don't charge for advice. Some people do super thanks or say, we'll buy yourself a beer at the weekend, but you don't have to. It's all optional. But all advice is free. It might take me longer to reply to some than others, but I would reply and I would give you an honest answer to help you out. So yeah, it's one thing to remember, and that's not just for stone carving. If you're dry stone walling, if you're doing something around the house, and you think I might be able to help, drop me a comment on one of the videos. Drop me a message on my email address is in the bio, Instagram link, we have a TikTok account. We do have a Facebook. I don't really do much with it, if I'm honest. Not sure if I should or I shouldn't. But no, completely free. So yeah, get on board of the TheStoneRanger community. And we are on the road to 10,000. So there's a few aims of this channel. I'll talk you through some of the aims. I set up this channel. My daughter set me the target of 150 subscribers, and it's 5,000. Now we're at 10,000. Told she can't change it after that, and we're close actually. We're likely just over 1,000. We need, which is very exciting because I never actually thought we'd get there. I never in my wildest dreams thought we could be getting close to 10,000. Well, I know we've still got over 1,000 to go, but I feel like it's doable. I feel like we've got a bit of momentum. Another part of the channel is to give people advice for free, teach people the ancient art of dry stone walling and stone carving and lettering, so you can have a go at doing stuff for yourself, making yourself a house sign, or if you've had a pet or something that's passed away and you want to make something to keep in the garden, if you just want to make some trinkets, or you just want it as a hobby, you might want to make gifts for people. That's one thing I love doing. A couple of other things I love doing is I really enjoy carving pieces for charity. I've got one coming up very soon for Andy's Man's Club. I don't know if any of you have heard of Andy's Man's Club, but that's coming up very soon. Make sure everything's working. And then the final thing I love to do, I'm sure I've missed something, but the final thing I love to do is I love to help people who are struggling with their mental health. Mental health is a big part of my life. The people around me, family and friends, both struggling. And I didn't start off to do this on the channel, but it's kind of gone that way. I've had quite a few messages out of people that said they've really found stone carving for them relaxing, and it's helped them with a bit of a hobby and getting into something, and it's really helped their mental health. I'll go a bit deeper on the story. Maybe we'll go into it a little bit later. And I've had lots of lovely messages, and I really like exploring the idea of making that better and that become a bigger part of the channel. So yeah, there's a lot going on at the TheStoneRanger. We're moving into a new workshop towards the end of the year, so we'll have bigger and better. There'll be lots more going on. Moving house, so we'll have more dry stone walls to repair and all different stuff. You're going to help me build a new workshop, new easels. It's all going to be fresh and new. So yeah, subscribe now and be part of it. But if you don't want to subscribe and you just want to help me out, double tap the screen. I always set myself a target for likes on a stream, and 20 is the target. We always aim for 20. So if you want to help me out with that, double tap the screen and we'll get to 20. So I'm going to stop in a minute and just move this camera. It's not quite in the right position, I don't feel. I say that because you can see this here in the shot. The chat is very quiet tonight. There's not many people in the chat this evening. We normally get people saying, "Can you say happy birthday? Can you do this? Can you do that?" Let me move this. How's that? That'll be better. Chat is very quiet. We might get a few channel members dropping by, so their names will drop in green. So channel members, it's 99p to become a channel member. Brian says it's looking good. Brian is a channel member. It's in green. Yeah, we've had a tough couple of days at work. It's been very physical with been working with the archaeologists. We've been exposing a couple of sites. Moved a lot of turf. We've exposed these sites. We've been digging down, and we've been filling sandbags with soil from this works, and we've been coming up with a method of restoring the earthworks what have got some erosion on them. And they found some. We've had to have it's the archaeologist's job, and we've had to have an archaeologist on each site. And I've had a team exposing 3 different sites, just in case we find anything, we come across, and if a few Roman badgers have been found on this site before, so we've had to really take care. And we're doing pretty well. We're making good progress. Black Lion's on. Evening, Black Lion. I've missed your lives recently, but I do catch up a little bit. I do watch little bits and catch up. I saw you making that pasta the other night. That spaghetti was jumping out that pan. I couldn't help but think you needed a bigger pot. So yeah, I've been working on this job, and there's been a lot. It's been a lot of work. It's been good. Really enjoyed it. The team's done amazing. So that's been nice. A little bit of 5-a-side, so I'm pretty achy today. To be honest, I'm really achy today. Oh, that was it. Noodles, yeah, noodles. It was, yeah, it made me chuckle. Hey, how did you get on when you were fishing? Did you catch anything? Ribeye steak, nice. Did you do that on a video, on a live? I'll look out for that. I like smoking meat. I've never filmed it, but I do like smoking meat. Nice, nice bass. Chef wise, just felt my hand brush up against that camera there. So next week I'm doing a carving for a company called Joro, which make cutting blades, cutting discs, and it's going to be in relief. But I'm quite looking forward to it. It looks really nice. Evening, Connor. How are we feeling? Are you feeling back to 100%? Yeah. So we're doing Team Joro carving next week. Looking forward to it. It's a nice logo. It's a nice sign. It's got lots of material to move. It should be a good one. So I put the gloves on tonight because, well, I said I was going to do it last week, just because the dust, not the dust, the fan what blows the dust, start to pick up a bit colder air now when you stood in front of it a lot. It's it's getting cold on the hands as you're here for a couple of hours. So these are just nitrite gloves. So a little tip with these, if you're ever at walling or you're working in actual work gloves material, put these underneath and they keep you really warm. If you can wear, and these are really good wearing, put these underneath your normal work gloves and they're great. great at keeping your hands warm in the winter underneath a pair of work gloves. Connor's feeling better. That's nice. One of my people who I look after at work has been feeling rough now for a couple of weeks, and it's really taken getting over for them, the bug they've had. He was working with me on Tuesday, and he got grumpy because he just didn't feel right. Chisel. Yeah, if we could sneak a few more thumbs up on the stream, on the live, that'd be amazing. Don't forget, if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments, or you could actually send me an email. You can send me a message. I'm sure if Connor's still on, Connor is a moderator on the channel. He holds the links to bits and bobs. He will give you my email address if he's still on. If not, you can always follow the bio. Send me a message. So finally, some real talent on YouTube. That's very nice of you, but there is some extremely talented people on YouTube. But I do appreciate that. It's very nice of you. I am blushing slightly. Just fixing your daughter's bear. Father's job's never done. I noticed you mentioned Black Lion. I noticed you mentioned a guy called, is it Country Boy? He sounds like he's got a big old fan base when you mention him, and you featured on his channel. So if anybody who's oh, thank you, Connor. Connor's on that with the email. Actually, been. I'll read that and then I wonder if I could put you on as a feature. I mean, I can't see why not. Go for it. So anybody who likes, how would you describe your channel then, Black Lion? So like porch life, let's chatting about life in the States or life in general, sat on the porch having a good old time, a laugh, supping on a coffee, and your wife's got a channel as well. So anybody's into a bit of a porch life, quite relaxed, just having a little chat, then you should go over and see Black Lion's channel. It's good. I like it. He works hard at it. He's a grafter. Don't know if, do you use the word grafter in the States? So yeah, he's a grafter. He works hard at it. It's I quite like it. It's got a chilled out vibe, and I like to just listen to it when I'm doing bits myself. I have it on in the background. I don't always comment, but it's just there. It's one of the things I like to drop in and just check up on and see how it's going. So yeah, go and check it out. There we go. These numbers are getting tricky. I hope I summed up your channel there in a roundabout way. Is anything you want to add to it? Go for it. I feel I did okay. It's always hard to describe someone else's channel. So these letters are getting tricky now, not because of the size of them, because of the camera. The camera's there, so you don't want to boom. So if I'm leaning around, it makes it difficult. Not the natural angle. So we'll get as far as we can, and then we'll move the camera for a minute, or I'll go back and then we'll move it all in one go at the end. So it's been quite a nice job to carve actually. This at the minute, it's nice piece of Derbyshire gritstone. I'm mainly using my 600-gram dummy hammer. I've had this hammer 8 years now. It's been a great investment, like £25–30 delivered. Only thing I've done to it in that time is put a bit of epoxy in the end. The shaft dried up a bit one summer. It got a bit loose on the end. And I kept tapping it down, and I thought, let's put a new wedge in it and let's put some epoxy in. So we did. Chisels I'm mainly using this 3mm. Got 2 3mm, but one's on the bull nose. Well, that's a 4mm actually on the bull nose. They've got this 4mm here. Nice Italian tungsten from a British company. Sell them on in the UK. Southern Stone Limited, great company, great guys, great family-run business. If you're in the market for chisels, get over there because you'll get a discount if you mention the channel, or if you go on there's a video on the channel with a discount code on there. Go and have a look. And actually, there's like 280 odd videos on the channel now. So if you're wanting to learn a bit of dry stone walling, stone masonry, and lettering, if you're thinking, oh, what can I want to make something for a family member this Christmas, have a look on there. You might be inspired by a few little bits and bobs. There's some techniques, there's some carving techniques, there's some painting techniques for your house signs, there's looking after them, water features, bird baths. There's a lot on there. There's a lot on there. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. So, 2 comments to read here. I know you said, well. So Bry says, let's show the appreciation by hitting the thumbs up button. Thank you, Bry. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Let's hit the thumbs up button. Makes YouTube think I'm doing a good job. And then Connor says, the reason for a round hammer. So a round hammer, a mason's hammer, so we have a few different sizes kicking about. We've got this one. We've got this one. A bigger one at the top. So a round hammer is, if it was square and I was tapping away and I didn't hit it flush each time on the square, and I hit the corner, I'd get a different effect as with a blow, or it'd mushroom round, and if I was to catch it wrong, I'd get a different effect with the blow. And I need consistent, even blows when I'm working on the stone, especially lettering. So a mason's hammered round, so every time I hit it, I know the striking is exactly the same each time, because wherever I hit it, it's always exactly the same all the way around. If I wanted to hit it lighter, I'd tap, I'd be up like this. If I wanted to hit it more aggressively, I'd put my hand down the shaft and I'd give it a little bit, and you can hold it. I'm holding it like this, so I've got a bit of pressure on here as it's against the stone, holding it steady with my thumb and my finger, and you can see I'm rolling it through like so. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that answers a couple of questions. Hopefully that, if anyone of you was thinking that, obviously Connor's asked that question, so hopefully that answers that for Connor. And yeah, I noticed we've got 1 more thumbs up on the stream, so that's really nice. So yeah, you can subscribe to the channel to learn lots of different tips, tricks, techniques, lots going on. And then there's lots of more stuff coming up to the end of the year and the new year. We're working with some amazing companies to get you discount codes. We've done a feature on the radio station, the BBC Radio, recently, which is nice. And what else have we done recently? We've done lots of charity stuff. The next charity piece, like I said earlier, is the Andy's Man Club. It's a really good cause. So that's Rotherham United. So if you've got any football fans, Rotherham United is going to be next on the list. The Boston Bruins. Black Lion might know the Boston Bruins. That is a carving what is coming up very soon. And it's a carving for my daughter. So she's requested a round carving of the Boston Bruins logo to have in her bedroom. She's an ice hockey fan. We're actually going to go and watch her team this weekend, which is the Sheffield Steelers, the mighty Sheffield Steelers. They're playing against the Glasgow Clan. So that's we're going on Saturday. Looking forward to that. Any of you guys like hockey or football? One thing I would say, if there's anybody watching and you've heard me talking about doing charity carvings for mental health, for all different types of stuff, and you think, do you know, I know a charity what I'd like this, or I help out of a charity what could do with benefit from an extra £400-500. If you want to reach out, send me a message and say, could you carve me let's think of an example. I don't know, any football crest, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, Ipswich, Chesterfield, any of them. It doesn't have to be football. It can be American football. It can be cricket. It can be grassroots. And you think there's a space for you guys to raise some money and for me to help out. I love doing charity pieces. And I don't do one every month, but I do one every couple of months. And if you want to chat to me more about it, we've already put the email address on the screen tonight. Have a little scroll back. Send me a message. I like working with people for charity. Somebody said to me not long ago, why do you like doing so much for charity? Why do you like giving stuff away? 2 reasons. I'm a terrible businessman because I just like giving stuff away. Second reason, one day I'm going to make it to the pearly gates and I want to be able to say, look, I've done all these bits. Can I come in, please? I really don't want to fancy going down low. I fancy chilling out next to a fishing pond in perfect weather conditions up in heaven rather than down below. Hopefully it'll stand me in good stead. Not that I'm a religious person. Just hedging my bets just in case. So we'll get this E done and a quick swig of the tea. Don't want it going cold. And it's not actually particularly cold tonight. Weirdly, the temperature's gone up again, hasn't it? Someone said it's like 21 degrees in London today. People are getting sun cream back out, which makes me nervous. I think that makes me feel we're going to have a big storm on its way. It's when it gets warming, unseasonably warm. I feel like it's going to be a big old storm. Brett says the world could do with more like me. I genuinely don't know how to answer that. And it's a nice compliment. It's nice for you to say. I really like it. It makes me feel slightly uncomfortable. But no, I genuinely mean it. If people want to work together to get some stuff for charity, I'm open for it. Let's do it. I love raising money for people. "13 thumbs up." Well, we can't let it stay on 13 for long. That's unlucky. Hopefully someone will do us a favour. Someone will knock that over to 14 for us. Right, I'm going to have a quick swig of the tea. See, I'd love to be carving this over here now. I think it's the best thing for you guys to watch at the same time. But I'm not sure if we can do it on the camera. But I might try and shuffle the camera around. I always get a bit nervous about drinking the tea because I've obviously got the headphones in. I'm concerned that you can just hear me drinking tea, which just can't be nice. Right, let's have a go. I have to keep moving my hand away so you can see. We're stuck on 13. No. So I've been talking a lot about myself and a lot about YouTube. What's everyone else been up to? What's Connor been up to this week? What's Bri been up to this week? Is anybody else who's on? Not sure if Black Lion's still on. What's Brett? Brett, what have you been up to this week? We did have a bit of a segment on the channel. Oops, I've hit that already. We used to talk about what we'd had for our food, what we'd had for our evening meal. 14, thank you, whoever that was. That's made me feel better. So, what everyone had for their evening meal, that was a segment at one point we used to chat about. I've had burgers. Quite like a burger. It was nice homemade burgers, some decent onions, decent salad, and melted cheese, some hot sauce, some gherkins. Very nice. And it's a good meal to have before you go stone carving, because it's not a particularly good meal because it made me feel very full, but by the time I've got home from work and everything, it's quite a quick meal, which is nice. Means I could get it eaten, get down here to you guys without being too late. I was a couple of minutes late. Let's call it fashionably late. Gammon steaks, chips and beans. I was happy with my burgers till you said that. No. Gammon steak, chips and beans. You looked after. I'd swap the beans for peas. Petit pois for me. But I'm not grumbling. Anyone else? Anyone else sharing their meal? And what Bryce had. I wonder if people who are tuning into the stream know that this carving is inspired by the tattoo industry. I would say it's quite obvious that it's tattoo inspired. I'm picking up that vibe off it straight away. Where the pineapple, good point. Shepherd's pie, love a shepherd's pie. Just need to get in. We'll get stuck in, Brett. Hopefully, well, I think you have. I think you've answered that. You've been inspired by the channel. You've been watching some videos. That's nice. Let's. If you need to ask any questions, ask away. I'll do my best to answer. There is always that one thing for me to say is that I'm self-taught, so it's it might annoy other masons the way I do things. We get to the same outcome. I am self-taught, so I like to get that out there so everybody knows. So what plans have you got to carve? Have you got designs for your first one round? So what we get, grinding disc. So you've got choices here of how to do that. Depends on how rough it is. So Screwfix do weird, because I was only talking about this earlier to somebody else. Screwfix do a grinding disc, and I I said to them they were £20. They might be £16.99, and they do it. And it's like it's called a cup grinding disc. It'll fit on a normal grinder. Got teeth on it. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I'm apologising to you in the camera because I've just hit the camera. So they've got teeth on it, quite chunky, like 8mm, and they're a cupping disc, and it's got a double set of teeth. You put that on your grinder, and that'll run flat. Give it a couple of seconds when you first put it on. You think this is not going to do a lot, but once it's worked off the initial coating, the diamonds in it really get stuck in, and you can flatten off a hell of a lot with that. They are really good. There's also on Amazon and eBay, you can buy polishing pads, and you can buy 50 grit ones, and they're about £20 for a packet of 6. There are cheaper options out there, and they also will polish a piece of rough stone flat. And if you had like a variable speed grinder, and I've tried all different ones, I've tried expensive ones, and I find I've medium range ones, and the best ones I've found for what I do, because unless you're spending a crazy amount of money, dust will kill any tool over time. And the best ones I've found, really, they sell them in Aldi. Not all the time, but when they're when they're there, you can pick them up for like £19. Variable speed, and you get a pad what comes with the kits. It's got that Velcro on it. You wind it on Velcro, variable speed, bit of water, and you can really polish some stone lovely and flat in no time. And they're great finish. Well, I've done it with this. This piece of stone's been polished out to a 50 grit. Get a nice finish. It's easier to carve. It's nicer. I think especially for a design like this, what is a very clean design, it works well. But yeah, the cupping discs, you can buy cheaper ones off eBay. Depends how often you're going to do it, I suppose. Or you could carve the rough face. Flatten it off, a bit slight, flatten it off. Yeah, it's good to start. Really is good to start. Limestone is not the easy. Well, it depends on the limestone. That's Derbyshire limestone is pretty tough. Portuguese, Maltese is not bad. You carve that pretty nice. I've got a piece of Maltese limestone here. Well, I've carved part of a carving kit you can buy from Southern Stone Limited in association with the TheStoneRanger. And this is Maltese limestone. And this is really soft, like really soft. But it's good though. And Bride's been making edge stones for a roof, a bit of a barn conversion. Nice. Very nice. That sounds like a lot of work, making edge stones for a barn conversion. Just trying to see where I'm at here, get my pencil, if I've got one. So, I can't see where I'm at there. So that comes round here. And back up. I'll do that for now. I can mark it up. Barn conversion stones. I've had a steady amount of people in the stream. How long have we been streaming for? Like, coming up to an hour. So we've got to 14 thumbs up. We're aiming for 20. If we can get to 20, amazing. That would be amazing. If we can gain a couple of subscribers, even more amazing. So if you're hovering over the thumbs up button or the subscribe button and you can't bring yourself to think, should I do this or shouldn't? It's do I want to be part of this channel? Well, the answer is yes. We have an amazing set of subscribers. We have an amazing set of channel members, all part of the TheStoneRanger community. We all like to have a little chat. If you have any questions about anything, it doesn't have to be about stone masonry or carving or walling. Just drop it in. We like to people drop in the comments asking for advice on all sorts of stuff. So it's a nice place just to hang around. I like to think we're very positive. It's everyone's very nice. If people are not nice, the moderators do a fantastic job of shipping them off fairly quick. And not only that, we've got plenty of videos on the channel about learning to dry stone wall, stone carve, techniques on carving, reviews on tools you'll need for carving, painting, bird baths, water features. There's 280 videos, 280 odd videos. So it's definitely a good place to be. And we always get a comment in the chat that says, finally, a live stream doing something interesting for once. So yeah, hit the subscribe button, be part of it. Get inspired, have a go at carving. Marcus, hello Marcus. Get inspired, have a go at carving, buy some chisels, take advantage of the discount codes, and then send me a picture of what you've been carving, which is always amazing. We used to get more pictures, we don't get so many at the minute. It's like putting the pictures of what people have been doing on the community page for everyone else to have a look at. We've had some really nice walls over the time. Spoke to Graham, one of the channel members, earlier on a little chat, and he was going to send me some pictures. Promise he's sending me some pictures of a wall he's building. We've had a guy called Brian who's done his own house sign, great job. He sent some pictures. We've had other Brian who's in the chat. He built a wall not too long ago, sent some pictures. Hopefully we'll get some more if he's still working on it. Really good vibe to the channel. That's what we want. That is exactly what we want. It's a positive channel. We're here to support people. We've had all sorts of people come in and out of the channel since we've been going live since January. It's asking all sorts of questions. In my day job, I'm a park ranger, so I do all sorts in the day, and then by night I transform into a stonemason. It's amateur stonemason, I will point out now. Now I don't do it full time as a job. I do teach it to people through work. People like to come in and work, and I teach school kids and a few probation guys how to do a bit of stone carving, which is really rewarding. I like it that when they first start and they get there and they're having a go and they don't fully know what they're doing and there's very standoff, very nervous, get to first break, get to brew time, and they're like, I don't want to brew, I'm in, I want to do this, I'm really, I'm enjoying it, don't stop me, I really like it. And I really don't mind if they break the stone, they get nervous about breaking the stone, and I like to see them pushing it to the breaking point of the stone, because it's only a piece of stone, and I'll give them another piece to have a go, but it lets them learn of how far they can push it and see what's how far they can push it and what techniques you can learn. And you can really learn a lot by pushing a piece of any material really to breaking point, so you can see how far you can go with it. So your next design, you might be able to push it a little bit further. Couple of comments. My favourite stone carver, nice, and you are my favourite knife restorator. I'm trying to, that's not right, but you know what I'm saying. Do you make brand new knives? Do you forge brand new ones on the channel, or are you restoring them mostly? What am I carving today? Close enough, yeah, close enough. Still my favourite. Another, so I said to you all earlier about going to look at Black Lion's page if you're into Porch live chatting. Well, if you're into knives, And I used to love watching that program, Forged in Fire. So always used to a beautiful canister Damascus knife would, especially like competition chopper, would be amazing. So I like that. So knives intrigue me. Not as much as hammers and chisels, but knives intrigue me. Well, this channel here, Make Knives Great Again, another recommendation from the TheStoneRanger. Get over and have a look. Great channel. And a bit of leather work chucked in for good measure. So, I had a little comment a minute ago. So, what am I working on today? Hi, Marcus. Oh, so what am I carving today for Marcus? So, Marcus, this is the No Place for Hate, it says under here. I don't know if you can see that on the thing. I think you can. So, No Place for Hate. It's from the 13 Supply Co. company. It's for them. So, it's a design inspired from them. It's one of the designs they print on t-shirts. I've actually got a t-shirt with this on. They sent me through the post, which is really nice. I'll wear it in one. When this is done, I'll wear it in one of the videos so you can see it. So this is a design inspired by the tattoo industry. I think that pops across. I think you can see that. I really like it as a design. It's I'm carving it on a piece of Derbyshire Gritstone hammer and chisel. Got these swallows. We've got these hearts, which is in a couple of layers, and we've got this lettering. Got to put supply code down here. Haven't put that on yet because it's small, and I don't want to rub it off. So that'll be the final bit I do. So yeah, it's going to go to these guys. It's going to go up in their office, which is quite nice. It's yeah, I like it. I really like this idea of this tattoo design. There's some really nice designs out there, and I'd like to do a couple more like this. So I'm doing one for a company coming up soon, which is called Boys Get Sad Too, and it's got the wording. It's got 2 or 3 koi carp on a different level. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, Marcus, this is tattoo inspired design. Looking great, thank you. Well, that is going to look great in your office. Thank you, Brett. Can you trust me? Would you trust me? I mean, I don't know. Dropping into someone's live stream asking that, I mean, it's risky. Not the most trustworthy person on YouTube, I don't think. I get easily drawn in. I mean, Connor will tell me that I had a guy, and Bri will tell you I had a guy the other day. I was ready to give away all sorts of guys. His cat had been hurt by his neighbour. It was horrible. I think it was just made up, but I was all in. Hook, line, and sinker. I was ready to send him some free stuff in the post. Yeah, I think I trust too easy on YouTube. I think I like to think the world is full of just rainbows and skittles and people just singing and dancing on the way to work, and it's not, unfortunately. So we made it up to 18 thumbs up. That is really amazing, and I do appreciate every single one, but I need 2 more. Who can give me 2 more thumbs up? 20, and then I'll stop asking you. 20 is the target. Yeah, I think yeah, most part people are very nice on YouTube. You get a random person every now and again, but no, majority are. 99% of people are very nice, which is lovely. Really, really nice. Subscribe. Thank you, Brett. That is a big thumbs up for you. Big thumbs up. We love a new subscriber, so we're trying to get to 10,000. So I was going to ask Connor, have you been making anything on that lathe recently? Are you doing Christmas stuff for anybody? I know that Brian will be making Christmas mushrooms and bird baths and sets of toadstools, bits and bobs for Christmas fairs. He does some really nice stonework, Brian does. Maybe you should send me a picture of some of them, Brian. We'll stick them up on the community page. Let people see what you get up to. I know that Graham, one of the channel members, told me today that he's just taken on a contract for 100 meters of dry stone wall. So hopefully he'll have some pictures for us soon. Oh, I thought we'd got 19 then. I looked down, but it's still 18. Just been laid up. It's have they let you go back to work now? I know they sent you home, didn't they, last time? Or was it the man flu, or did you have the new variant of COVID, or? Now we're on 19. One more to go, and we're on. A simple target of 20. So, Brett, how did you stumble across the channel? Was it as simple as on YouTube it popped up, or did you decide to like Google or put it in the search bar about stone carving? Did you have it in mind to take up stone carving before you stumbled across the channel? Went back. I'm back. It's always better to get back to it, only if they'll let you, of course. It's you know, when you feel rough and but you don't. I'm not very good at sitting around in my own germs. I like to just get out and do something really challenging, like sweat it out of me. Yeah, it is possible that, Brett. So you will find on some of the videos of me doing it on the edge of bird baths. But this piece of stone, what is 45 mil? If I had a ruler, I would measure it. There'd be one kicking about somewhere. Let's have a look here. Yeah, 45 mil. So you'd be able to carve down the side of that. Yeah, definitely. So if you have a look, I've done that on quite a few videos. Smallest lettering we've ever carved is about 4 to 5 mil. Tiny, tiny little stuff. You can. It's amazing how small you can get it. There's a picture on my Instagram if you have Instagram, but I can always put it on the community tab so you can see it on there. Who have we got here? Glory. Yeah, you probably would definitely get better control using a chisel. Oh, the bird bass with the colourful layering, yeah. No, don't need anything taken home if they're pregnant. You're definitely right there. No, you're definitely right. So that's them bird bath layering videos you watched a few months ago. They are that's called Northumberland Tiger Stripe. And you know the amount of bird baths I made out of that and shipped around the world was incredible. So much of that stuff went to the States. I mean, a lot went to the UK. The nice bit about that, any what had faults in, I used to sell seconds, so the faulty ones I used to sell, but every now and again I'd keep one. And in my garden I've got four of them bowls. So when I move house soon, next couple of weeks or so, well, hopefully for Christmas I'll be in the new house and there's new log burner. Then we've got the sofas on order and they take 4 to 6 weeks to get here, and they've been on order now a fortnight. So I'm hoping it's soon, otherwise I'm gonna have to find somewhere to store a new 3-piece suite. The new bed's been delivered. It's in the living room. Yeah, they were a lot of work, but you know, I made that many of them bird baths, Brett, that to make one of them, which was 330 million diameter, had different sizes. So the smaller one, what we did, I got that process down to 42.5 minutes. I made so many of them. I used to make them every single day. So many. It was crazy. But they were some of the big ones, some of the stone was incredible. So I've got some stone in my yard at the minute, which is called bottom layer Stancliffe. Very tough stone, very hard to work, but very nice stone. And I've saved some pieces of that, some big stuff of that, because I'm going to make a really, really big old fancy water feature. So the house I'm moving into has got an Airbnb, and I'm going to put a nice water feature. So the house I'm moving into, so the main house is here, Airbnb's at the bottom, and around the back it's got beautiful views of the Peak District, like Chatsworth and Matlock. And I'm going to drop in there this beautiful water feature for them to sit and just listen to the water trickling, which will be nice while they're busting for the toilet. So yeah, 42 minutes of an emoji there. 42 minutes. I mean, it sounds crazy, but genuinely, I had a process, and I made hundreds of them. You got to remember, the first one took me like a day. I was tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, but I just had that process down. It was the most important part of that process was headphones. I'd like, if a cricket was on or football, anything like that, yeah, incredible. Yeah, 42 minutes. Really, really good respirators. I had different grinders, so I'd have the piece of stone, always have the stone damp. So say this is the piece of stone, have it damp. I'd put a template on what was made from marine ply, cut on a laser, or cut on a CNC machine, so it was perfect. Draw around it with a pencil, a mason's pencil, so it'd draw the graphite into the stone. I'd cut down it with a 9-inch grinder. So cut the shape out, good quality blade, all the way around it. And then I'd do the internal, and I'd cut it like grooves, like little squares, tap them out with a brick hammer, flip it over, do the bottom, start shaping it around, and I knew roughly what shape. I'd have the square on it, I'd butt it, and I'd get it square, so I'd draw another circle in the top, and then I'd start shaping it with the grinders and polishers and chisels, get it all shaped, flip it over, polish the outer rim, go round it with the pencil, and then concave all the middle, and then polish it, slightly give it an edge, wash it, 42 minutes. Gonna make one to you. Gonna make one for you. Yeah, definitely. If you want to talk to me about carvings, anyone can talk to me about commissions or charity work or anything they like. Just send me an email. So the email address has been put in the comments twice already. You can scroll back to have a look for it, unless Connor's available to drop it back in for me, or Bri. It's that'd be handy. Yeah, have a chat. Send me a message. You can always send it to me on Instagram, or you can send it me over an email. And the email address is TheStoneRanger08@gmail.com. Yeah, 42 minutes. Do I remember Joseph Bush? Do I remember you? I see a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of names. I also work with a lot of volunteers, so unfortunately, I'd love to be able to lie and say yes. You was the one talking to me about football. So narrow that down. What type of football? Like what team? I remember Cole Palmer. I'd love to say yes, I really would, but I see a lot of people. Might jog my memory if you tell me what we were talking about football. What team? Newcastle. Okay, I remember talking about Newcastle. I do remember talking about Newcastle now. I generally thought you were going to lose your manager to the England. I thought Eddie Howe was off to England. How do you feel about a Newcastle, being a Newcastle, who your favourite player was? Yes. And I think I mentioned how I like Trippier, and there was somebody else who you had at Newcastle. Tall lad. Can't remember what it's called. I used to like Alan Shearer. Did Les Ferdinand play for Newcastle for a bit? Favourite player in the world? Oh, okay. Eric Cantona was my favourite player growing up. And I loved how Rooney used to drive for anything. Dan Burn, yes. How do you feel about if you were to lose Eddie Howe to England? Yeah, good or bad? So, anyone else who likes football, how do we feel about the New England manager being German? So I don't mind. England need it. Yeah, well they've got Thomas Tuchel now. So I don't mind that the New England manager's German. There's only one bit what slightly bothers me. That if we go and win the World Cup, I wanted Eddie Howe, to be honest. We go and win the World Cup, the German media are going to say you needed a German manager to come and sort out your national team. That is the only bit what slightly bothered me. But no, I thought Eddie Howe was good. I like Eddie Howe. I think he's a good manager, and I think it might have been good for Newcastle actually. Not sure who would replace him at Newcastle, but I thought it might be good. So I've made it up to 22 thumbs up, which is over the target. Thank you. Whoever the 20th one was, brilliant. I mean, I noticed that Bry dropped something on there saying thank you. He's not going to sing. Well, either did, is it Lee Carsley? He didn't sing either. He's not going to be doing the national anthem. He spelled it by, and also in the news earlier, it said, and he led Chelsea to the Champions League win. Jose Mourinho got them to the final and got sacked the week before. So he didn't lead them to I mean, they won that final, but he didn't actually get them there. His final stint at Bayern was not great. It's he's won some trophies. We can't take them away from him, but I mean, not that he's not won. Some of the leagues he's been in, I'm trying to put it nicely. Some of the leagues he's been in is the leagues won between just a couple of teams. The Premier League is a very competitive league. I quite like him as a manager. I think he's got a character. I think he'll handle pressure quite well. He's got a good team around him. But yeah, I think his CV is slightly inflated. the England emblem would be a nice carving. So I almost carved the 3 lions. If we won, I was going to carve the 3 lions, and I didn't because I thought, well, I can't bring myself to do it now. I've not won, but I'm saving it. So yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. It's coming home. I always feel bad for these guys who get that excited and get it tattooed on them. See? And you think, well, I wouldn't bother just until the final whistle's gone, and even then I'd give it an extra 20 minutes. Well, I wouldn't have the tattoo in the first place, but they are very brave to go so early with that. I do like it when World Cup fever takes over, or European fever takes over. It's like, right, we know we're going to win because this cabbage, what can predict the future, and has got every score right by rolling it down the hill. And however many leaves fall off this cabbage, it means England are going to win 4-1 against the Netherlands, and it's got them all right so far, so we're definitely going to win. I do like that, how it takes over. An octopus predicted the World Cup results one year by touching the screen. I need an octopus to predict my lottery results. World Cup fever is mental. I remember 96. Was it 96? Must have been 96. I went on holiday to Cornwall. Went to Newquay. And it's World Cup fever. Or was it Euros? Euro 96. And it was mental. It was so mental. It proper takes hold. I like it though. I do like it. I get suckered into it. One year I borrowed a trumpet, like a Zuzuzuela. That year was in South Africa. Do I have a favourite carving from the years? That is a tricky one. Someone did ask me this not long ago. Favourite carving. I've carved some really, really nice house signs with the font and the lettering, what really just worked on the size. And the customer gave us artistic license to get it right rather than we were forced. There's nothing worse for me when someone says, I want this on that size. And you're like, well, the size you've got doesn't work. And actually, that style doesn't work. When they give us when they say, I've got this much space and I want you to come up with a design, it's so much nicer because then you get to really go for it and design it nice. It's yeah, I'm trying to think of a favourite. I don't know if I have a favourite. I've done so many. You've got to remember, I've done hundreds and hundreds of carvings. Some that I can't even remember until someone mentions it, or I look at a picture and think, oh, I forgot I've done that, or oh, I forgot I've done that. There was one, and this might have been the answer, what I gave the other day, I can't remember. So there was one, very early stages when we set up the business. Me and my wife were in the kitchen, and I got a message from a lady on a farm about 25 miles away saying, oh, I've seen some of the pictures of the work you do, really like it. And this is within the first couple of weeks. How do you feel about carving on a millstone we've got on our farmyard? We'll bring it to you, carving it, and we want it as our entrance stone. And it was a job, what had come in, it just felt right. I remember giving my wife a high five to say, the Facebook page is working, the website's working. And it just felt right. It felt very natural as a job coming in and how it worked. And I remember giving my wife a high five. That was very nice. Another job I did the entrance to a housing complex down south. Can't remember. Without looking at paperwork, it was years ago. Can't remember what it was. Cambridge, maybe. And about 8 months later, we got an email from somebody saying, looking for a house sign. There's a house sign that's gone up at the end of our street on this new complex, and we really like it. We like the style of it. We like the letter and everything, and we want to know if you'd be able to replicate it for our house. Like we want quite a bit of wording on there. We really like it. We don't know if you'd be able to do. Would you be able to work to anything to this standard? And they sent me a picture of a house sign that I'd shipped don't quote me on Cambridge, but it was that way to Cambridge, which was really nice because they were saying, "Can I do it to a standard?" And they were really happy with it. And it was one I'd sent down country, which was nice. I did one what does stand out. So I did a memorial stone for a gentleman in Senegal. His father had passed away, and out of the same piece of slate. The same piece of slate what we made his dad's memorial stone to go in Senegal. He lives in England now. And his dad taught him to cook. So the story is his dad taught him to cook growing up, and he had these really fond memories of cooking with his dad. And his dad passed away. He came to me and says, "Matty, I want something special for my dad, but I want something at home as well to remember him by." So we made and we bought a big old 1920s Welsh slate water tank. We cut a piece, we polished a piece, we carved it, we painted it, we sent it off to Senegal. He installed it, and then what we did with some of the rest of the stone, we cut it and polished it, and he was having a new kitchen at the time, and we redid all his kitchen worktops in this 1920s Welsh slate, all polished to like 1500. It was like glass, and it was all finished with olive oil. It's a really great way to finish slate. We finished it with olive oil, so every time he's cooking and he wipes his kitchen worktops down at home, he wipes them clean. He's touching the same slate as what his dad's memorial stone is carved in the Senegal. That one was nice. I enjoyed that one. I've done lots of carvings for lots of people. I can hear my dogs barking. Yeah, that was a big compliment. Yeah, it's strange because when it comes to compliments, I'm a bit weird. Like, "Oh, yeah, brilliant. Oh, yeah, not a massive deal," and just kind of shrug it off. And then a couple of days later, I'll think about it. So, for example, we've got an English heritage feature in the Peak District called Arbelo, and it's one of the first places in the country to get. So it's an old Bronze Age settlement, and it's one of the first places in the country to get royal. Let me think of this. Royal protection. And around this Arbelo site, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of this Arbelo site. Around it, there's coronation stones. So all the way around it are coronation stones, and it's got kings and queens initials on there. And they got vandalised because what people say is it got vandalised, and what people say is that it's royal stones affect the ley lines and the energy lines around the country. So somebody had vandalised it, and I got the job to carve a brand new one. And I did carve this new one, and we made a bit of a film about it. And it got well, it's not actually installed; it's in my workshop, waiting for the final piece of paper from English Heritage. And it's very, and it's a piece of stone. I've carved it, not particularly detailed, not particularly difficult. It's a fair sized piece of stone. But afterwards, I thought to myself, this is a big deal. This is an English heritage feature. What's got royal family approval to get the paperwork to get it signed off. It's taken a year and a half, and we're not even fully there yet. We got it signed off to make it, got everything agreed, and then there's the bit of installing it, and it has to be installed with people watching me, and they have to be there. Photographs at every stage. It's ridiculously detailed bit of paperwork to get it in the ground. But actually, it's a big deal, and there can't be many people that have had that privilege to do that as a carving, or many people even get the chance to even entertain it. So that's very nice. So that's quite a good one. What have we got here? What football team do you support? I know. Chesterfield. Chesterfield. You were close enough to with it not. Stockport were in the same league as us. You were close enough because you knew it wasn't a top tier team. So yeah, Stockport. So D Mitchell, it's looks awesome. Quality, lovely, super craftsmanship. Perfect. Thank you for that. That's a nice compliment. Is this the first time watching the channel, or are you a subscriber? Do you do a bit of stonework yourself? Yeah, and I don't think it's fully sunk in yet, that Arbolo one. They say feather in the cap. It's one of them where you just kind of do it. Do you know? Do you ever get? Do people get that? Do you know when people pay you a compliment or say, "Oh, right, do you want to do this?" You're like, "Yeah, oh yeah, brilliant, lovely," and you just kind of like you go with the flow, go with emotions, and it's just I've done so many cool things, like helping restore this chateau in France, in it's a place called Noyer Chablis. It's it's pretty cool. So used to be a fortified farm, and it was turned into a chateau. And all the dry stone walls around the outside, which have got little slits in the wall, you know, where they put the musket through and shoot. We found some bullets as we've been doing it. It's that's also been a cool project. I'm going back again in April. It's some great food, some great company, some amazing wine. Working in the day, and then just drinking, chatting, just generally enjoying ourselves. It's I have done some extremely cool stuff over the years. I featured on the telly a few times, a bit of radio here and there, magazines, and I've done some good stuff. But it's all just kind of yeah. One day I should write it all down. I feel I would like to do a bit of a one day write some stuff down, like. But I know everyone has an interesting life, and they think, "Oh, I'll write that down. I'll write a book." Not particularly saying I'm going to write a book. Well, I hope not. I'm dyslexic, so it wouldn't be much of a read. But there is some cool bits in there along the way. I'm not just a stonemason. I'm a park ranger. I'm a fisherman. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a son. I'm a brother. I've met some really interesting people. That would make a good album cover. That is a good shout. That would make a very good album cover, actually. Yeah, good shout. I like that. So, how I was talking about, if any companies want or anybody wants to get, charities want to get in touch about working together to raise some money for whatever you've got going on. It's yeah, get in touch. One more thing I'd like to say on that is I am doing two stone carving lessons this year for two mental health charities. I've not picked which one because I don't want to tell them yet and get their hopes up, as I'm still trying to raise funds. But if any of you guys know now, you don't even have to be in the UK. If any of you guys know companies or think you know somebody who wants to get involved and wants to donate some money for me to run these carving courses, trying to do it so I'm trying to do it so I can give away a set of chisels to each person. What comes out? It'll be 20 sets of chisels, a piece of stone. We'll have a day carving. I've got a location sorted. I've got the chisels sorted. I've got a guest speaker to come and talk about positivity. I'm going to do a talk in the morning about what I know about mental health and what I know about positivity, and get going. And then I'll do a carving lesson that'll go on until around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then I've got a guest speaker for an hour to come and have a little chat about life, and hopefully, so these people are struggling with their mental health. I really like the idea of inviting them. So I'm trying to raise money. I was thinking I need to raise £1,000. I don't know the best way going about it, apart from just asking companies, really. I thought maybe I could do like a just giving type of thing to raise the money. I thought that might be quite nice. I've got to promote it, and I feel bad taking money off individual people. It's a time of year where money gets tied to it. Everyone's got the heating on, inflation, tax. I mean, Keir Starmer's going to no doubt fleece us for something. Still can't get over the fact he said sausages. So yeah, individuals, that's why I thought I'd go down the company route. But I really like the idea of doing these carving days, 2 of them for charity. So if you know any companies out there you think would like to get involved in that, send them my way. I mean, I'll carve them something in return. They don't have to do it for free. I will carve their business logo in return to get involved, and they'll get promotion on it. It'll be all over YouTube, it'll be all over social medias. That, let's say, Quick Fit, for example, got on board. Well, Quick Fit and get a lot of promo out of it, really. If you say, for example, tonight, so our last live stream, the amount of people that saw it was just under 10,000, 9,000 and something. It's so if Quick Fit's name was against that, there's a lot of people seeing that. We could carve it. You can't get quicker than a Quick Fit fitter. Just an example. So yeah, thank you for that, Connor. I didn't want to bring too much attention to that, so nicely done. I don't know where. It's such a hard thing. That is that. Yeah, we'll not talk about that. But nicely done. Quick off the mark. So yeah, anybody who thinks they know someone, or anyone who thinks actually, do you know what? Just Giving page would be perfect for that. Or anyone wants to run the London Marathon and raise some money to let's get that to happen. That'd also be amazing. I wonder if I'd have to set up a registered charity for it. The TheStoneRanger charity. Maybe I'd have to look at that. I might have to, actually. So anybody else got any questions? Brett's been very good at asking me questions this evening. Connor's been on patrol in the comments. Bry's been dropping the thank yous in there, drumming up some support for the thumbs up. Can't remember what that was then. Wonder if Bry wants to, just for when the days when Connor's not around, or Tornado Chaser. Now Tornado Chaser's back at college. We don't see a lot of him. Wonder if Bry wants the power of being able to moderate people, just in case we need 2 of them. I mean, you remember the other week when it went a little bit mental? We had like 50,000 people watching total, and there was comments left, right, and centre. It's yeah. Every now and again, I think Connor needs help. We've done all right tonight. We've done all right recently, actually. We've not had too much. You get the odd little bit here and there. 6 away. I'm sure Connor would appreciate a bit of help every now and again from an extra moderator. Fine job he does. Even God needed a rest day. I think the football crest has to be a part of it. What do you mean, raising some money? Is that what you're talking? I think the BBC Radio Derby want to get involved in filming the. So when I'm doing the carving event for the guys who are coming from the charity, the mental health charities. The BBC want to cover it, so whichever company it is what gets on board, or if people do get on board, there'll be a good bit of press there for them. So it'll be on the BBC Radio Derby social media page, so you get the visual press, and you'd also get the radio press of it, plus the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that gubbins. I think it's not a bad deal really for a couple of companies to get involved in. One company has got back to me and said they can't offer any financial support, but if any people needed to stay over, they'd give them some free accommodation in the Peak District. Okay, bear with me, I'm just holding my phone. Brian's got the power. Brian has got the power. If you drop a comment in, Brian, now, let's see if you've changed to blue. It's not a good thing to make too many people moderators, I learnt the other day. Reason behind that is because then when you regular people who, if you've made them all moderators and they're watching the stream, YouTube think only your moderators are watching, so they don't see it as a good thing because it's they don't think they're just people getting involved. This is a design what was sent to me as a PDF from the company. So they sent it to me. They sent me their original artwork on a PDF. So I printed it. I haven't got it down here. So I buy a thin grade of card. I can only explain it as the grade of, say, a cereal box, for example. It's quite thin. It's quite nice to cut. I would glue it on, and then I would cut it all out with a sharp craft knife as neatly and as crisp as possible. Then I would dampen the stone with a spray bottle. I would lay the stencil on top. Sellotape doesn't work good on this. It works well on slate, which you're using. And then I pin it down in the corners with some little weights and then mark it all on, keeping my pencil very sharp. When you're marking on your slate, Brett, you want to use like acrylic pens, white. So the white, and as it dries, it pops out. They're the best for you to use. Or another tip I've got to you, if you don't have acrylic pens, if you've got any clay, make up a slip. So a really loose bit of clay with some water, slip it up, paint it on. It'll paint on, and you think, well, what's that going to do? When that dries, it becomes very white, and then you can mark onto the slate very easy, so you can see your pencil marks. You can imagine graphite on slate, you can't see it very well. That's my tip of the day, that clay slip. There is a machine you can get what cuts out stencils called a cry cut or a cricket. I think there's two names for it. I do have one of them, but I used to use it daily, or when we had the business, we used to use it daily. So I'm just looking for the right chisel. Used to use it daily, but the minute you stop using it and there's an update, it then becomes really difficult that you've forgotten how to do it. So it's not ideal. So now they just sit on the side, and actually my daughter wants one, and I'm just going to take one to work. There's a young lady at work whose sister wants to have a go with it. So actually, it's a good thing I could do tonight. I could take that to her. Well, not take it, get it in the car ready for tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to actually donate one to a young lady in Leicester who wants to start doing some crafting. Look at this guy landed on here. You're going to show off, so I don't want to hurt you. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, he's back. There we go. Yeah, yeah, they sell them in Hobbycraft. They do sell them in Hobby. Couple £100, £300. They are very good, very good. Take a little bit of time to learn, but once you've learnt it, you can do some great stuff with them. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there showing you how to use them. It's but if you're going to be doing a lot, having a really good stencil like that is very good. They were good for me because Rowena used to work in the office doing the designs. She'd make me multiple designs up with the customers, and then I'd get the stencil and I could carve them. So we'd have 4 or 5 designs done before in the background, so I could just pick it up and get going. They were awesome for that. Not good for, say, Sheffield United logo, for example. You watch me what, Carl? The bit of the copyright getting that over, you can't get it on there to design it up, and you can inlay a photo, but it goes a bit AWOL. So you don't like that. So that I'd always have to do by hand. I used to mark stuff on lettering by just drawing it on by hand, but them get days gone now, really. I should do a video about it. This guy's back. Himself a new friend for the evening. So we managed to get to 25 thumbs up. Brian wants us to try and get to 5 more. Look at that, right on cue to the magic 30. Brian's name now is in blue with a little spanner next to his name. He's now a moderator. Connor might be able to give you some tips on how to what's what. The magical 30. Not really good. I think this design and this carving can warrant 30 thumbs up. What do we think? We've got 20 minutes to make it work. Do you think it warrants the work we've put in tonight? 26, thank you. It's quite a satisfying thing watching the numbers go over. There's only 2 things more satisfying than watching the numbers go. Is the first one is very satisfying when someone becomes a new channel member when you're live on. So it's 99p to become a channel member, and if you do it while I'm live on a thing, it comes up on the screen with big old colourful bars, if to say, new channel member, amazing part of the TheStoneRanger community. That is very exciting. And also when somebody tips, when someone does a super thanks, they'll say, here's $1.99. Like Connor bought me a beer a couple of weeks ago, which was very nice indeed. Dropped me a tip. That was awesome, and that comes up on the screen, very impressive. It's so yeah, there is. I don't have a subscriber count on the screen to know if that's going up, but that would also be impressive. I'd like that. But I have. I'm leaving it until last just because I thought for viewing, it'd be nice for people to see me carving this. Really, I thought that would be quite nice for you, rather than the lettering. Trying to make it visually more appealing for the YouTube audience. Other than that, there's no real reason for it. I would normally do it first if I was doing this on my own, just with some music on in the background, in the workshop. I'd get the lettering done, then we'll get this in, then we'll get this in, then we'll get these in. And that's all. Can you hear that rain? What we call in Derbyshire, it's waffing it down. Have you ever been to Derbyshire, Brett? Been to the Peak District? Connor, I can't remember, have I asked you? Sure I have. 27 thumbs up. We're getting there. We're nearly on to the 30. It's strange how some evenings you can get up to 30, 40, 50, 60, no time, at 100 and something. 77 was a target for a good while. and you can really fly it up. I think mainly the football carvings, if I'm honest, or the Thundercats one did pretty well because I think people recognise it. It brings back a fond memory. Thundercats, and then other evenings you can really have to fight for that 20-30. But everyone is very much appreciated. So if we don't make it to 30, it's not the end of the world. We're on 28. Just as I look down, we've got 28 then. It's we're 2 away. And how long we got? Just over 15 minutes. Light dies late this year. Just driving through, heading to Scotland. You probably drove past, if you were driving through, you will have gone on the A57 on the notorious Snake Pass. Well, I live in that village there. So if you've ever been over the Snake Pass, that's where I live. I live in the village just there next to the reservoirs. Fall onto all this in the Bouncing Bomb. I live here, Ladybow Reservoir. Well, I do for the next 3 or 4 weeks anyway. Then I'm moving to a place near Chatsworth, if you've heard of Chatsworth House. There's a part of Chatsworth Estate is at the end of the road where I'm going to move to. It's called Hellbank, which has got another Bronze Age settlement on it, which has got the coronation stones around it, weirdly, which was the second one in the country. I do quite a lot of work for Chatsworth. So what I did with these ones, I slightly rounded them off in the top with the half bull nose. So I'll come back and have a go at that. Well, Brett, you're missing out. You should find some time to get yourself to the Peak District and the Lake District. Beautiful place. I am biased, obviously, because I live here. Can we push? We've got 15 minutes for the last 2 thumbs up. I'm sure we can. Brian will give us a bit of a promotion. We've got 28 people watching and 28 likes. I wonder if we can. The maths is perfect for once. I wonder if we could push that to 30. Giving it the hard sell on top of this last 15 minutes. Royal Marine, wow, nice. Yeah, I bet that was some serious hiking the other day. So I'm going to get this half bull nose on now. And I'm just going to put the odd curve on. Do you know how I've curved the tops? $29. We're going to do it. I've got a feeling we're going to do it. We'll have to think about yeah, so Bryce saying like whoever's going to be the 30th, now's your chance. You can be the one to get us to 30 with the thumbs up. And if you do get to 30, like Connor says, who's going to claim victory? Stick your name in the chat. Let's give you a round of applause. I'm sure we can drop some emojis in there for you. That'd be incredible. Who's going to take the glory? Dropped a chisel. Sure, you all probably know that. You can hear it. That stretched me back a bit. After moving all them sandbags today. I'll have to do a Christmas carving on that, a Christmas live. I say we'll have a Christmas party, but I mean, I could take you on a live stream to the pub with me and we could all have a celebratory drink together. A Christmas drink, and we could have a chat. We could all bring our own drink to the live and we could sit there having a toast. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year toast all together. I should have really found out what Black Lion said about the feature. Should have asked him about that. Oh, that's disappointing how we've lost the thumbs up. We're meant to be gaming for 30. We're not trying to lose them. That doesn't happen very often, does it? Does it often? That doesn't happen very often. We've lost the thumbs up. Oh no. Yeah, I should have asked Black Lion about this feature. I'll send him a message or put a comment on. Oh, we're back up to 29. Somebody saw the error of their ways. So someone that again has a chance to be the 30th thumbs up on the stream tonight. And if you're going to take the glory in the victory, as we're carving this tattoo-inspired stone carving on a piece of Derbyshire gritstone using hammer and chisel, it's stick your name in the chat, make yourself known, take the applause and take the victory. Can somebody do it in 9 minutes? Sure, somebody can. That rain's getting heavy. $30. Quick. Name in the chat. Who were you? Take the glory. Well, it's raining there in Pommy too. It's is it raining where Bry is? I would imagine so. I think there's a band of weather going across country. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you. I didn't realise you could see me on the screen actually, but no, I'll take that. I didn't think my face was on, but it was just a carving. But no, nice of you to say. My wife calls me gruff, not beautiful. No, it's so this is a carving we're doing, tattoo inspired carving from tattoo industry. No place for hate by the 13 Supply Co. Yeah, modest too. Yeah, it's a nice design. It's one of their logos, their designs they put on a t-shirt. Really nice. I've been enjoying carving it. It's been a nice stream tonight. We've got a few minutes left. We'll go till 9. Sometimes I'll go over, but tonight it's yeah, it's been a busy couple of days at work. So looking forward to a cup of tea and watching the Bake Off on repeat from last night. So no spoilers. Don't want to know who gets Star Baker. So yeah, it's been a good stream actually. We've had some nice things. It's been nice to have Brett in the chat and Connor, and obviously we've had loads of people. Bry's on there. We've had people at the beginning chatting away. Marcus has been on. Black Lion. People dropping in and out. I've had not many people having to have a timeout, but a couple. So all of you are subscribing now and like the channel. It's I think you're really gonna like when we move location, because in the next last 5 or 6 minutes, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this new location. So the new location is going to have a wall of all bits of carving on there. What we do, don't always do them just for charity. Sometimes we just like to carve things. Like there's a few bits in the background where someone will ask about carving, and I show them round, which we haven't done tonight. But we're going to have a wall of carvings where we can hang stuff up and people can have a look around. We're going to have new workbenches. We're going to have better lighting, better sound. We're going to do some carving flat on the bench. We're going to be doing water features. We're going to be lots. I've got lots of dry stone walling around the move property, which is going to be on there. We're going to be it's just all round going to be better for viewer experience and me. It's going to be in a lot bigger location. It's going to be better for I don't actually have any neighbours at the minute, so when I'm moving some material, it's going to be better for neighbours because I won't have any neighbours there, none at all. So it's going to be better for that. There's just so many benefits. We have new toolboxes, new setup of everything everywhere. I'm very excited about it. I don't know if you can tell, but you're all going to enjoy helping me build it. You'll watch me build it, give me some tips, give me some tricks, and we're just gonna have a good time. So I think if you're a channel member now or you're a subscriber now, I think it's a great time because you're gonna enjoy it. And we're gonna have a bit of a setup where people can have a go. Do I run classes up in the Peak District? Great question. Simple answer is no. But there is a but coming here. I do plan on doing. I'm going to do these the ones. I do them, but for people struggling with their mental health, school groups, probation, that type of thing. And I do plan on doing some more just for the general public or people off of the channel. So the two things to say about that is the first one is I plan on doing events this spring and summer where we can invite people off the channel who want to come to the Peak District and we'll do some carving together. We'll have like a two-day event so people can come and have a go. The other thing is the new place I'm moving to has an Airbnb. So if people wanted to come and have a go at carving and they were coming to stay for the weekend and they hired out the Airbnb, which my wife will be running, I would happily let people as a bit of a bonus to that and come and spend a few hours in my workshop and do some carving together. It's quite so that will be an option. So that's a yes and no, really. No at the moment, but watch this space because if you're having a trip to the Peak District and you want to stay just at the top of the Chatsworth Estate near Matlock in the beautiful Peak District, we have an Airbnb opening in, so let's say Christmas time. And part of that is that you can come and spend. I can offer you areas to go for guided walks because I'm a park ranger by the day. So I can offer you some bits to do with that. And you can also do some stone carving with me in my evening in my personal workshop if you wanted to. So So hopefully, Brett, that's answered your question. At the minute, no, but yeah, in the future, very soon, very, very soon. But we're going to do a big event. I say event might be building up a little bit. We're going to do a couple of day carving. Should we call it carving festival? I'm doing 2 festivals actually this year, next year. We're going to do a bit of something going on. That's probably better than an event or festival, where you can come and we'll do some carving together, get to know each other, which will be nice. So yeah, I think that'd be lovely actually. Be nice to see some of you guys in person. I did have actually a channel member. I did have a channel member who drove all the way from from Newcastle to come and have a cup of coffee with me. Guy who watched the channel, which was really nice. So this Airbnb, Brett, which is going to open in the next few weeks, it's already open. It's already up and running. But we're buying the house of it. It's an established thing, and we're going to have it set up. It's really nice. The views over the Peak District are incredible, and there's chickens and ponds and all sorts around it. It's got its own driveway. It's a beautiful spot near a pub, what featured in the Doomsday Book. Around the corner, really nice space, really nice place. So yeah. Maybe that's what we'll do. Channel subscribers maybe can get a discount code to the new Airbnb. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? So I've just stopped on it because I can feel the stone slightly different. I want to take my time of just getting that bit right there while the camera's not in the way. And then we've got the 13 here, we've got the 8 there, no place for 8. But it is time, really, for me to go. Do I give online classes? So what's it? Since I live on a different continent, do I online classes? We have thought about online classes actually. Let me turn this camera around now. So at the end of the shift. So I have thought about online classes. I was just getting it right. Really, I like the idea of just doing more tutorial videos. So you can just drop on them as and when you want. Everything's free of charge. So maybe just upgrade the tutorial videos. The ones I made were a few years ago. They've done well, like 70,000 views. But I would just plan really on the new workshop, upgrading the videos, better content, so you can drop in and out as you please and ask me as many questions. But maybe we'll do a live carving, a bit of a live tutorial carving one evening. Maybe that could work. Hopefully that would help. So I'll just quickly show you this. I think we're getting there. It's looking good, I feel. It's always slightly different when you're carving it live. Yeah, I've got a little bit to finish, but hopefully you're happy with that. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been a great evening. Really enjoyed it. We hit the 30 thumbs up. It's nice to have some new channel members. Nice to meet some new people, have a nice chat. Later, Connor, glad you're feeling tip top and back fighting fit. We've got Gorgeous, and then Bryce has become a moderator on the channel. I'm hoping when I turn this off, we've got a few. Brett's happy with it, so it's looking good. We've got a few new channel subscribers. So yeah, if you want to become a channel member, it's 99p. You get if you want to. I mean, it's optional. You don't have to. But hopefully, I'll see you all again. So Wednesday, might even do a bit of carving on Sunday. No guarantee on that yet. But no, Wednesday next week, 7 till 9. I'll see you then, and we're carving a Joro logo, and we're going to do it in relief, so slightly different. Perfect. See you all soon.